Hi Pisces, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading. Now, as this is collective, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to check out your other placements and you may find the messages in there. Right, so I'm doing something a little bit different. This reading is about what is going to be coming in for you to celebrate. Most of the readings recently have been getting a little bit gloomy, so I wanted to lighten the mood a little bit with what's coming in that's going to be, that you can celebrate. So let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards for what is Pisces going to be celebrating? What is Pisces going to be celebrating? It's too many at the end. It would be nice to have all of those. Do you know what I'm going to? Okay. So we have the home, finances, love, you, so internal triumphs, what is unexpected, and then what you are expecting. So you're expecting a lot of things. So that's why I'm going to take them because it's something that you're clearly expecting. Now, in home, we have the Four of Pentacles. So you are going to be releasing something. Possibly you might be spending some money on something. You might even be giving some money away to charity. The home incorporates literally your home environment, your family, your friends. Yeah, anything like that. So it's whatever it is that you're releasing, or giving away, you're going to be enjoying it. So, like I say, it could very well be you spending money that you've been saving up for a while, money that you've been hoarding, you might finally be getting rid of it or spending it on something that you've been looking forward to. Let's get some clarity. What's this Four of Pentacles? A wheel in the reverse. Oh, there's that Four of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like yeah, Eight of Swords. So, to me, it looks as though there has been something about moving and you've been feeling really stuck and you've been saving up lots and lots because you didn't know what you wanted to do, where you wanted to move. The wheel in reverse is all about a lack of movement. So not moving forward, being stuck in a cycle, etc. I don't feel like this is in a cycle. I feel like it's literally you not moving, as in you being staying put, being somewhere that you don't necessarily want to be, but maybe you've been looking for a new house and you've been stuck in an old house. Maybe you've been living with your parents for a while as you've been saving up. You have definitely been doing a lot of saving. You have been scrimping and saving and putting it away, and you have been hoarding it. And we've now got this Eight of Swords. You now stop overthinking about something. I feel like what you stopped overthinking is potentially maybe when you've been looking for a property, you've been thinking a lot about it, and you might have a massive list of criteria, and you've been overthinking a lot about it. Was it the right one? Wasn't it the right one? And it's kind of kept you stuck. You're now letting it go. You're coming out of that being stuck in your head. Now, this is also a card of moving forward. So, not only are you going to be able to get free from overthinking, but you're also going to be moving. So, very much a card of moving. So, for me, it could very well be maybe you're getting a new car, maybe you are physically moving house. It feels very much like a big part of movement. You are going to be on the move in some way and you're going to be celebrating it. It looks to me like it's been a long time coming. Now, in finances, we have a Two of Wands. So it does suggest to me that you are waiting for something. You're waiting for some sort of payout that you feel is on its way to you. You've potentially been putting in a lot of hard work. You've made a few decisions and you're waiting for things to work out. Maybe you've started something and you're waiting for a business partner potentially. So clarity on this Two of Wands. You're very much waiting for those flips to come in. Well, not so much for the flips to come in. You've got the whole world in your hand, kind of thing. And you're waiting for somebody to do it with you. That's a lot of cards you've chucked out of my spirit. Very much working very hard here. Eight of Pentacles. Got a lot of skill, put it in, a lot of effort, a lot of work. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we do have an Empress in the reverse. So it could be that you're waiting on a particular person that is not very creative. This particular Empress, it's a little bit of creativity and might be a little bit out of touch with things. Now, this could be somebody that is just coming in to help finance certain things. It might be that what you're waiting on, because I do have a bit of a falling out as well, a Three of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you might be having a bit of a falling out with this person. Possibly there could have been three of you in a particular work situation, and you may have had a bit of a falling out with somebody. But I've got an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles here as well. Whatever it is, whatever this falling out is with this Empress, I feel that it's bringing you new opportunities here, something that is going to be emotionally fulfilling and potentially very stable too. It is a start of something that you are very much going to be loving. Now, what it could be is it could very well be that you have been waiting quite a while. Um, you might have been showing your skills at work, and it could be that you're being offered a promotion. And it could be that somebody is very jealous of you, so you might be cutting them out. But whatever it is, it looks as though that it is something that is worth celebrating. You are getting a new start out of something, something that is going to give you better money and a more emotional fulfillment. So, do you know what? Absolutely beautiful for the money side of things. Now, love, we have an Eight of Swords. I'm not sure what to say on that one yet, but I mean, it's going to be celebrating. Let's get some. So it's very much overthinking, being stuck. What is it that you're overthinking and being stuck in love? Why is it celebratory? That is the question. What's this Eight of Swords spirit? Ooh, okay. Interesting. So I feel like you may have been on your own for a while. You walked away from some sort of betrayal, potentially with a King of Wands in the reverse. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Doesn't have to have been. But this particular King of Wands is somebody that is very selfish and their ego is very big. Then they've got no integrity. And they also, how do I put it? They're a bit childish. So they lack a lot of self-worth. They don't necessarily like themselves very much, and they project that onto other people. And I feel like you were very much the subject of their projection. You walked away from them because they were very toxic. Um, if you haven't walked away from them, you've been stuck in a position, or I feel like you walked away from them and you were overthinking things quite a lot. The reason why I feel like you walked away from them is I've got this hermit in the reverse. Now, the hermit is very much somebody who's on their own, but they don't want to be on their own anymore. Now, it could be that you are in a relationship and you feel like you're on your own and you're coming to that realization. And yes, that is worth celebrating. When you realize that the relationship you were in is not what it should be, and you hit that realization that you're actually going to be less lonely being on your own than you are in a relationship, I'll tell you now that is worth celebrating because it is you opening your eyes to things that are not good for you. You know, is you coming to that realization. Now, what it also suggests is that you might not be lonely for long. With that hermit in the reverse, it does suggest that you're going to be reaching out or branching out to people, um, and you're going to be getting out. So it could very well be that you might not be lonely for long at all. I feel like you may have been hurt, you may have been stuck in that overthinking period where you've been doing a lot of healing and looking at yourself and going through a lot of stuff, but now it's time to come out of that. You're time to go and you're ready to go and socialize again. And again, that is definitely worth celebrating too. Now, within yourself, I've got a Six of Wands in the reverse. Now, that could be a few things. So, you, it's like, so not being successful at something or not being recognized for something, you not recognizing yourself for something is worth celebrating. That one's interesting. Let's get clarity. See what pops up for this. What's this Six of Wands, Spirit? Ah, okay. No, I get it. I fully get it. So you may have been going through something where you haven't recognized your own worth, and it feels very much like you're starting to learn it. You're going to be putting down some barriers. You've potentially been hiding yourself away from even yourself. You're going to be lowering your barriers down and you're going to let your vulnerability out as well. And that's absolutely fine. Now, I do have a King of Swords here in the reverse. So to me, it feels like you might be lying to yourself a little bit here. And I feel like it's a realization that you may have been lied to or manipulated in the past that is worth celebrating. And now I have a feeling that this King of Swords is the same as this King of Wands. It could be the same person. They both lack integrity. The King of Swords, though, can be a little bit, it's very harsh with words. The King of Wands can be a tiny bit on the violent side. I say tiny bit, he can be on the violent side. So I'm very sorry if you are going through anything like that. And if you are, please make sure that you go and seek help from the right people. Police, make sure you get yourself somewhere safe. But I do feel like you haven't been seeing your own self-worth because of lies that somebody's been spouting at you, and you're you're now seeing it. You're now bringing down your own barriers and you're starting to be vulnerable with yourself. And that is definitely massively worth celebrating. Now, something that's unexpected. I've got a Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is all about not cutting someone out or potentially being lied to, maybe not communicating very well. I don't know quite why that would be celebratory. So let's get some clarity. What's this Queen of Swords in the reverse? Could simply be that you've been lying to yourself and you're coming out of it. I have a feeling some of these are very related. I've got a Four of Wands, which is telling me that you are exiting something that you may have been potentially stable at some point, possibly a long-term relationship, maybe a marriage, some sort of commitment where there was a home involved as well. I have a hanged man because there was some betrayal involved in here too. And two of wands, the ending of some sort of partnership with this one in the reverse. Now, I have a feeling that this two of wands here with finances, this love reading, this bit in self and the unexpected, I feel like that's all related to the same person or the same thing. I feel like you're going through some sort of breakup that wasn't expected. I feel like you've come to a realization of something. You potentially decided to move home really quickly, move away from them. It's caused falling out, but it's giving you new opportunities to do better. You're no longer with them, you're potentially single, going out, meeting other people. You're learning all about yourself and loving yourself and learning how to be vulnerable with yourself and accept yourself. And yeah, exiting some sort of relationship where somebody may have been lying to you. You it, it could very well be that you might not be able to cut this person out completely, but it does look as though I feel like it's you cutting them out and that you're actually, because they've been lying to you, it's very much of you're not even listening to them. It's no, go away, I don't want to talk to you kind of energy. Now, in the expected, I've got the Four of Cups. I've got the Devil in the reverse, which is freedom, and I've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Again, talking about ending a relationship. So it's unexpected, but expected at the same time. Maybe you realise that somebody was lying to you and betrayed you, and everything it's all come down, and then you've expected the exit and the divorce from it, and you're now wondering what is out there that's better for you, and you're celebrating having that bit of freedom. I love this. Congratulations if you are exiting a very toxic situation. I say congratulations, and I'm very well aware that you'll have a long road ahead of you because they're not easy. You've got that horrible emotional stuff that you've got to get over and all the trauma bonds and everything else that you might have to break free from. Beautiful. So you're having faith, you know exactly what it is that you want, and you know what is no good for you, and you're actually coming out with it. You are very much putting it out there. You are opening up, talking about it. You're not keeping things hidden anymore. You're being very open and honest and getting everything off your chest because you know what is good for you, and you have got a lot of faith in healing and being open and that things are going to get a lot better. Do you know what? I actually love your reading. It was a little bit questionable at times, but looking at how so many of these things potentially relate to each other, I think this is going to be very transformational for you. Right, let's get you some Moonology cards to see if we can get you any kind of timelines on these. Mm. So I've got take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. I'm not sure when that is. This could be any time within the month when it's disseminating. I think that's when it's just after a full moon. It could be when it's just becoming a full. I'm not sure. And then I've got look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. Now that is coming up at the end of this month. So you could potentially have certain things start to kick off at the end of the month. Right. I hope you found that reading information. I don't even know what the word is now. Crikey. I hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Thank you very much to all of you that have subscribed already. It is greatly appreciated. It helps to pass the messages on and it also helps the channels to grow. So thank you for all of your support. Thank you very much for watching and good luck.